Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is the second to last war of this season. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit bad, I am recording this pretty late. First off, we have this Nico versus Red Skull fight. It's a pretty simple fight. You push Nico to special 2, and she'll nullify all of Red Skull's armor up buffs. And you just spam the special 1s to make sure the buff immunity stays up, and Red Skull will just go down due to the poison damage. Here I probably could have used Kate or Jean. Jean probably wouldn't have been the greatest, but she definitely works. But yeah, Nico is just very strong, and Red Skull is one of her better matchups simply because of the buff immunity and how constant he gets his armor ups. So the only other thing we have to worry about this fight is the power detonations due to the tactic. But to be honest, it's probably one of the this tactic is pretty irrelevant. I know at the beginning of the season, I think I made some comments about how I was worried about it and I didn't know how it would go. And after playing with non-tactic champs against tactic matchups, it seems very, very minor. And to be honest, I don't think anyone actively notices it. One thing about this matchup is the buff immunity does go away sometimes because of the, what it's called, ebb and flow. But, I mean, it's not hard to get back up. And plus, again, Red Skull isn't too insanely hard to fight. Again, I can dex a special too, but I think I just opt for blocking the final hits just in case, because you know, if I do get clipped, that's a ton of damage on its own, and then the shock damage could potentially finish me out. But either way, blocking it is just safer, and we get the buff immunity back up. We're gonna throw another special 1, and that should be Red Skull down. Alright, next up we have this Nick Fury rotating with Jean. Again, Jean works fine for this node. The only thing that I have to really look out for is him purifying the neuroshocks. And again, if that does happen, it might be a little bit annoying, but as long as I can consume enough for my special 1, it'll be fine. Plus, if he does purify any of them, we'll get the I don't remember what it's called, but Jean has a passive where if the opponent purifies, she gets it, and it's what makes her special bars go weird, and you can throw a special 3 at 2.2 bars of power, something like that. So yeah, again, I'd rather not have the neuroshocks purified, but if it does happen, I mean, it does benefit us. So here it does look like we'll be able to throw the actually, never mind, we won't be able to throw the special 2 before the Fury goes down, but either way, it's not that big of a deal. Here I do opt to go for it anyways. The first hit gets him down, so the other hits just don't really matter too much because of the MP. But again, now Nick is pretty easy to deal with, right? He's going to be dying until 30%, and then after that, 30% off of Nick, it just isn't that hard of a fight. So we go for this intercept, and I think we just go for another special 2 to finish it out. Yeah, here, and he goes down. Next up, I think we have a Nova. Yeah, we have a a Nico versus Nova fight. Again, we're just going to get the buff immunity up and then just spam special 1s. And for this, as long as I don't intercept too often, the buff immunity won't really be going away, and so this fight will be a lot easier than the Red Skull one, and so this should be pretty simple in the breeze. Again, not intercepting is kind of weird, but again, uh, this isn't like a Battlegrounds meta. You can parry his attacks, so I'll be fine. I just need to watch out for the auto block. I don't know how Nova's auto block works at all, um, but he's not auto blocking anything, so it should be fine. I think it has to do with intercepting, but again, I couldn't tell you. My life depended on it. I don't even know what I'd say, but here we get struck by a combo. But thankfully, Nico is somewhat tanky. The what's called buff immunity does go down, and we do get that falter on us. Thankfully, we are able to recover. He doesn't punish us for hitting into him, and we're just gonna go in and get that buff immunity back up. And I think another special another special one, and then another combo should do it. Here we go for the intercept, just to make sure I get that extra damage on the special one, and this should pretty much be it. Yep, he's at 1%, and he goes down. Next up, we have another destroyer on this path. I'm surprised I didn't see him as much as I did. I'm thankful that I also haven't seen Spider-Punk as much as I have. But, again, great call to one of my friends, Sir Sunspot. Gave me a great tip to use K on this fight, and I do think I'd be able to use K against Spider-Punk if he ever shows up here again. But, yeah, Kate's debuffs are all passive. She doesn't, like, she works fine against Destroyer, right? Because her stun gets the evade, or pause it, or whatever it's called. And so you can get that passive stun, and I think that can also disable his unstoppable if you time it properly, and also get the intercept charge off, which is great in many different ways. But either way, we're taking for like 5k a second, and that's with the protection up. So again, I'm not really worried about this fight. Again, the only thing now that I have to watch out is not to let him throw too many special ones, but even then, it's not that big of a deal. And he's just slowly ticking down until he's dead. Again, great call from Sunspot there, and we move on. This next fight, I'm going to tell you straight up right here, I don't want to play around it. I do die in this fight. Again, we had some miscommunication in RBG. There was a Serpent mini that was on Boss Island that I thought I might need to take, and so here I didn't activate any of her pre-fights just in case. And the biggest problem with Nico against Cersei is the glancing. You have to really just play around that glancing. And another big problem with Cersei, especially on this node, is that Nico just gains a ton of power, right? Because of the way she interacts with Mystic Dispersion. And so you kind of have to throw your special 2s like immediately when you get them. And so yeah, we push her to special 3. I don't think this is what kills. And so we should be fine for a little bit after this, but it is certainly annoying. At this point, I'm really just looking to like find a time where I can just throw the special 2 and get the buff immunity up, because once I do that, this fight should be a breeze. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen. She pushes me against the wall, does a combo into me. Thankfully, we are able to go to our special 3 and use that. But I do think this pushes her to 2, maybe 3 bars of power. I don't remember. Not even 2 bars of power. Yeah, I think I just die from getting stand-up intercepted, or she just like walk up light intercepts me. Again, we still have a little bit left on this fight. again, she's just really annoying without the, whatever it's called, buff immunity. Again, I think Nico could probably do this fight. You just have to perfectly line up and time the special 2. But, again, that's not always possible. There was super annoying, because if I had timed it properly, I would have been able to get the special 2 off without the glancing. And there she just walk up, light intercepts me, and I drop a death. It's not really fun dropping a death, especially when it happens to something like that. Nonetheless, due to a miscommunication, here I just decide, hey, this fight is incredibly simple with the pre-fight. Someone else can take that serpent. I don't want to take a serpent with a 6-star anyways. So, again, I just put the buff immunity on, and this fight goes super smoothly. Again, without any of the buffs, this node is pretty much cancelled, and basically there's nothing Cersei can do. Again, especially with this node, we benefit greatly from basically everything, right? Because the node gives her buffs. I think my specials give her buffs. Just a ton of things giving buffs all around, and so she goes down really quickly after that. Yeah, that's really frustrating, because if I, like, just put the pre-fight on the first time, it would have been a lot better, but I didn't, and now I have to face my mistakes. By the way, here we have a Jean versus a Yelena. I put on an invul boost there because I have absolutely no clue how well this fight's going to go, so I put on this mutant special boost. I don't want to take any risks, because I have died on this node before using Onslaught. But again, Jean Grey is a much better Yelena counter than Onslaught. Onslaught still works for this node, but again, he's not the greatest. Jean is definitely much better in general for Yelena, but sorry, on this node in particular. There we do immediately lose our indestructible boost because I go for a light intercept, but thankfully it won't matter too much in this fight. Just bait the special 1s. And again, here we're going to consume all of our nerve shocks, their special 1, and we're going to bait her special 1, and then we're just going to push ourselves to special 2. Here we get rooted, but again, it's not that big of a deal. Just kind of wait it out and then play around it. Here I get the heavy attack off, just fairly close, but yeah, we do another light ending combo, and we just throw a special 2, and she goes down. I mean, Jean is just an amazing Yelena counter, so no surprises there. I did take one more fight after this. It was a Dark Phoenix that you might have caught on the middle island. Again, I just took that fight because no one else had claimed it, and there was like 30 minutes left in war, and I just decided, hey, we are going to lose if we don't explore the map. As you can see, we did lose anyways, which sucks, but yeah, I dropped all 3 deaths. I mean, I didn't have anyone to counter the hazard shift nodes, so yeah, I was just kind of punching into her with Nico, and I tried a few with Jean. She did eventually go down, just good, but yeah. Like you can see, unfortunately, we did lose this war. Our Shriek has been really bad this season. But again, I will say next war goes a lot better for me. I do think I take 10 fights. And spoilers, I don't die. And yeah, I'll probably post that tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.